Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 57 of this awesome, amazing OSU Let's Play series. In the last episode, I showed off the laser playlist feature, and in this episode, I want to talk about sight reading and how I think you can improve at sight reading, some things that are helpful. Obviously, I feel like that's the same thing, but anyway, how to get better at sight reading. Okay, before I get into the video, as usual, I'd like to shout out that I live stream every single day over at twitch.tv. So that will be linked in the description, but if you want to hang out with me or watch me play this game live, ask me questions, anything like that, that will be linked in the description. Would be very happy if you stop by, say hello, and also bonus points if you tell me that you came from this Let's Play series. I will be very, very happy to see you there. So yes, let's get started. So a couple shout outs to previous videos that I've made that are also related to sight reading. So as usual, the first one is OSU PhD. That is my sort of comprehensive, actually structured, unlike this Let's Play series, but a very comprehensive video on all the different skills in OSU and how they connect to each other. And I did discuss sight reading, and I think it is tied in from rhythm sense and pattern processing. I'm pretty sure that is going off memory, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Other videos that I've made related to sight reading, there was one called Rhythm Sense, that I don't remember the episode number. I want to say 46, but that okay. Anyway, Rhythm Sense, and then there's also an episode on map quality. Those two videos I think are pretty connected to the ideas that I'm going to talk about in this episode. So be sure to check out those videos, especially I think the Rhythm Sense episode. If you don't watch any of them, or if you only want to watch one of them, definitely watch the Rhythm Sense video. Those will all be linked in the description. But okay, so real quick to define sight reading, that is basically playing your ability to play a map without knowing how it goes beforehand. And this term comes from music, which is basically the term sight reading is when you don't know how the sheet music goes, and you're basically reading the music by sight rather than by practice or something like that. So I have a couple distinct maps that I want to show you guys to emphasize certain ideas when it comes to like sight reading. And one of them, so this map in particular, so this map is a good example of, okay, so a bunch of different, I think, strategies that you can use to help you sight read better. And one is just knowing how the song is repeating itself and picking up on how the mapper is representing that repetition. And this map is a very, very good example. So there, I think, especially in the first half, there's a section, oh, shoot. There's a section of the map that has these really fast sliders, and they're all shaped in a specific way. So you might think like, oh, the sliders are so hard to sight read or something like that. Like, how do you know when the slider speed is supposed to increase? And you might get thrown off on the first one, for example. But once you figure out the pattern of the map, then you should be able to sight read the rest, because I don't know how many times I can emphasize this, but songs repeat themselves, so maps do too. And that is sort of the whole point of a high quality map, is to represent the repetitions of the song. So, yes, and those are the concepts from previous episodes coming back to play. But yeah, okay, it is very soon actually. Actually, wait, hold on. I think my audio. Okay, no wonder it felt so loud for me. Okay, I want to turn the volume up so you can really hear the parts of the song that I'm talking about. Okay, let's go. So these really fast sliders, they're all shaped the same way, and you should be able to tell whenever you see that shape that it's going to be faster. But even if not, you should be able to just figure out, like, at a certain part of the song, like, the song is pretty repetitive, I feel like, and every time that part of the song comes, the slider is really, really fast. So, and then okay, and based on rhythm sense, we know, okay, that was the halfway point of the KI section. So we're repeating out, I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually, okay, maybe it wasn't. Okay, well, it was some sort of a phrase. Okay, it was probably the third one. Okay, you know, whatever. Point stands. Very repetitive, but and now we can see that it's sort of a different part of the song, a section of the song, and we don't see those fast sliders anymore. But it was just one part of the map, and I think it's just little things like that that are really powerful in figuring out how, like, being better at sight reading maps, or like learning maps more quickly. Like, it's not a mystery. You don't have to memorize where each individual slider is. That's like super fast in that earlier part of the map. And okay, how do I describe sections like these? They go to the song, all right? I think usually, how do I describe this? Oh yeah. So for one, you can usually read the the approach circles and get a feel for the rhythm there, but oh, what? Nice miss. Okay, I actually don't know how exactly to describe reading those sections, but they are just as repetitive and go to the song, just like, you know, any other part of a map. So you learn one section, the rhythm of like one part of that section, and you've actually learned the whole thing, I feel like. So, but I guess just improving your rhythm, like that's the sort of pattern where like improving your rhythm sense is really, really valuable. Oh, look at this stream. Woo! I can't stream. Oh, look at these sliders. Oh, okay. This map is really cool. Wait, I'm actually gonna die. Wait, maybe this map's not so cool. Oh. Wait, I'm actually gonna die. What? I'm hitting these sliders. Osu, hello? Oh, oh shoot. Okay, that's why you take no fail apparently. Okay, interesting. Yeah, the fail screen is very like just almost intrusive in a way. It's very jarring. The fail screen in OC Laser. It's probably customizable, or at least it will be in the future. Wait, is it customizable? Fail. Fail. Oh, you see, you can disable the fade to red. That's a thing in other games as well. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it's customizable yet, but I'm sure it definitely will be in the future. You're gonna have like super custom, like every time you fail the map, it just like starts playing like a clip from an anime or something like on your screen. That would be insane. Yeah, anyway, mostly just wanted to show you that. And one thing I guess about like these long sliders that exist, like, you know, the end of the map, sight reading stuff like this, it's sometimes almost like a puzzle. Like, okay, like obviously the slider is not going to go like in these spots, for example, it's probably not going to go this way, right? Because that kind of just doesn't make sense. The mapper might actually do that just to trip you up, and that's sort of one of those things that sometimes mappers try to take advantage of, like the player expectations. And in those senses, then I mean, maps like those obviously comes down to memorization, but yeah, hopefully that sort of makes sense. And then also for sliders like these, something called snaking sliders, snaking in sliders. So this helps you because when a really big slider like that one that we saw earlier, oh no, I don't know where it is, but like really big sliders like these, when they show up, they'll show up not all at once. Yeah, they sort of like draw themselves in, if that makes sense. Like, see, okay, it's kind of hard to see, but basically like this, they don't show up all at once, and so you can sort of get a glimpse of like this, like noticing which part of the slider showed up first. That's the direction that you want to go in. So having snaking sliders on, very valuable for sight reading, tricky tech maps, things like that. It can also help point you in the right direction to where the start circle is. Because if the entire slider shows up at once, it'd be very jarring to figure out where to go. But okay, next map that I want to show you guys. This map's also insane. So this map features some BPM changes, and I think like this map actually is really cool in the sense that it has like a lot of structure, and it utilizes like the speed ups in the song and like slowdowns in the song in a really creative way to I feel like I'm trying to sell this map to you guys, but I don't know. I think the way that this map is structured is really, I don't know, a good case study for sight reading maps, or sight reading, I guess, in general. There's a lot of like repetition, but oh, that side is so good. I forgot about that. I haven't played this map in a while, but I was looking at it in the editor before I started recording because there's one section in particular that I think it repeats, but it's also speeding up at the same time. And the way that, like, usually you can predict like if a map, like how the pattern is going to continue, just based on like knowing, for one, okay, sometimes like knowing what part of the musical phrase that you're in. Like if the song is building up, then it might, you know, build up even more. Like, okay, there's gonna be a stream. Yep, okay, there's gonna be a stream. Just, okay, so earlier in the map, there was like doubles and then like it doubles in like a build-up section, and then it like turned into a stream. And then that same thing just showed up again in the song, and you should be able to just tell with enough practice. Obviously, it's not like if you can't tell, then something's wrong. No. It's like eventually you'll be able to like pick up on stuff like that and be like, oh, the way that this map is building up, there's definitely going to be a stream. Okay, this section, so it repeats and speeds up at the same time, and there's 4 of them, and then that same pattern doesn't repeat itself again because the map is getting faster to the point where it would be unreasonable difficulty-wise to have that same exact pattern. And okay, another thing is like sort of going back to like how I was able to predict that stream earlier. Whenever there's a build-up section of like single taps, or like slow single taps and then fast single taps, and then like the build-up section is still going, you can probably expect something like a stream to be there. Oh shoot. It's a very interesting run. But oh, what is in this section? Is there another of that like pattern that we saw earlier? Oh, okay, there's a stream here. Watch this, definitely after these single taps. Oh no, wait, okay, never mind, it's not a stream, it's not a stream. Wait, I know this map. Oh shoot, it's not a stream. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, sometimes, you know, okay, the more important thing, okay, valuable lesson to be learned here, okay? You can have an expectation of how the next pattern is going to go, but don't just like turn your brain off and stop reading the map, because, I don't know, you need to be able to adjust your expectations when something is not going the way that you had initially predicted. Like, you can't just be like, oh no, I thought it would be a stream, so I'm just going to play stream, even though there's no stream in the actual map. That is also not what you should do. So I remember I had a conversation with Mr. Edward, BTMC, about this. We met up once, and I was trying to talk to him about rhythm sense and how you can use it to predict the types of patterns that are coming up. And he was refuting my points by saying that, like, there's never a guarantee that there's going to be a certain pattern coming up. And yeah, obviously, but there's certain types of like parts of the song where, just based on how the song has been repeating, there's a very, very high likelihood of a certain pattern, to the point where you should expect, or like you should mentally prepare yourself to play that pattern, because there's a pretty high likelihood that it's going to show up. Oh, doubles, okay, definitely a stream here. Yeah, okay, that seemed double pattern. Okay, see, okay, that's probably a much better example. Like, throughout this map, every time there's like a build up with doubles, it builds into a stream. And yeah, I don't know, hopefully my points are starting to make sense. But let's see, like, aside from that, oh, okay, that's interesting. Forgot the map did that. I think largely what I've talked about so far is the more rhythm sense aspect of sight reading, and obviously that stuff is important, but there's also the like raw just ability to read the patterns, which is known as pattern processing, especially in OCPHD. That's how I refer to it. There was one other map that I wanted to play. This one. Dude, this song is so good. It's banger. Actually, I put it in the playlist that I made last episode, and I did not actually play it. So let me see if I can find it. Okay. Okay. Let's play this one. Let's play it in the playlist so I can get a score. I did end up going back and trying the other maps a couple more times. Oh, one thing I want to show you guys, since I haven't shown it off yet. So the letter ranks in OSU's laser are actually different from what you might expect. So this score, S rank, actually got a 1 miss and is still an S rank, and that is because I'm pretty sure letter ranks are solely based on accuracy. I think also on this map I got 90.01%, and it is actually an A rank. I'm pretty sure the letter grade is solely based on your accuracy. Pretty sure if it was like 89.99, that would be a B rank. And I think that's also what this bar is. This bar is actually just your accuracy, not actually your score. So, yes, anyway, with that, let's play this last map in the playlist. And by the way, if you guys have not checked out this playlist, if it's still open when you're watching this video, it's only open for a couple of days. Actually, I'm recording this episode kind of in advance, so I think by the time you see this, it'll be open for like 3 more days. But yes, anyway. Maps like these that are somewhat rhythmically complex, there's actually repetitions in the rhythms and also like the types of patterns that show up. And usually like the same like spacing or like, I don't know. Okay, so there's been this pattern of like a circle on the slider, like a circle that shows up on the slider end, and then it goes back. I don't know how to describe it, but like those. Okay, yeah, like that. Okay, I don't know how to point it out because I can't like. I don't know where they are exactly, but every time that pattern shows up, it's the same rhythm. So being able to like look out for that stuff is actually really, really valuable in sight reading. And also just like knowing that like, I don't know, like once you've figured out one part of the map, usually it repeats itself. I feel like you're tired of me repeating that idea too, but it's so, I think, important when understanding how to sight read patterns, or just, I guess, maps in general. And another thing with like these sight reading tips is it actually helps you read maps like faster, like higher ARs. Oh shoot, interesting. Okay, I'm trying to describe. So a lot of these sections, I'm mostly just going by, okay, partly like how the song has been going, but also, okay, so like the cut streams, for example, like how do you know if, what is it? Oh, is it a spinner? Okay, look at this, look at this. You can like spin your cursor really, really fast and get like 700 RPM. If you like vibro your arm. Okay, just wanted to show that to you guys, but there should be an unstable rate for these accuracy heat maps. This is unstable rate only for your tapping, but it would be very interesting to have unstable rate for these. I think it would help people be a bit more competitive on, or like try to improve at this stuff as well. But anyway, yeah, I think a combination of using the approach circles / just like reading the actual patterns, plus like knowing how the song is going, tapping along to the song, typically a combination of those two will give you a pretty good result when it comes to sight reading sort of as a whole. So let's go. Okay, beat my score, guys, and I will give you, I don't know, I'll be proud of you. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it that I want to talk about in this episode. As I mentioned, I think there are other ideas regarding regarding sight reading, single tapping, that you can find in other videos, either ones that I've made or I guess out there on the internet, YouTube, things like that. But those are largely my thoughts on sight reading. Hopefully that was helpful. And if you have suggestions for future videos, of course, please leave them in the comments because I do read all the comments on these videos. And if you're watching in the future, please do check out my YouTube channel. I upload every single day, many, many videos over there for you to check out, learn a lot, hopefully. And also, if you have questions or if you just want to hang out with me, please check out my Twitch live stream. I stream every single day. I'm just waiting for you guys to stop by and say hello. So yes, with that, see you guys next time.